Hello, everybody. Welcome to Rewrite Your Reality with Reese. I am your host. And last night, I received a very emotional email about manifesting a specific person. Right? It's quite heavy, and obviously, I'm not going to share the personal details, but I thought quite a few details were reminiscent of what people typically feel. Right? So, the client met somebody and instantly felt as if they are the one. Now, deep connection, divine, instant knowing, the signs, the synchronicity, it feels like fate. I knew it was this person, right? This is the person that I've been searching my whole life for, right? I love that. I love a love story. So, here we go. The moment you feel that and you feel this connection and you have something to go along with the connection, I don't dispute that. I don't disagree or believe that to be otherwise. But you lose him, you find him again, and then all of this stuff, all of your previous assumptions about who you are and how things unfold for you start to unfold in this life, right? And it really got quite heavy. So what do we start doing when things go topsy turvy? We look out there and we try to fix what's out there, right? And then we hear things from them that they've been trying to do or not doing, or what they've been doing secretly behind your back, so to speak, right? There's a third party involved, and then this third party was uh, not violent but disagreeable with what's going on, with how they treat this person, all of this stuff, right? This however you feel like the story could have gone, it went that way, right? And then we feel this mixed signals of, I love this person loves me, they're telling me they love me, but the reality of what's going on shows me something else. What's really going on, right? Then we start to do processes. We start to imagine 27 times a day, right? We start to write the stuff again all day long, 369 blah blah blah, right? We start to fast for 40 days. We try to cleanse ourselves from this bad reality, this bad karma that we have within, right? We start to do all of those things. And then it's all coming from this emotional state of being that you have, the state of belief that I need this person to be fulfilled. And that's what's in the email, that I need him to choose me. I don't want to live without him. I'm scared I messed this up. How did you mess it up? Right? Why won't he come back? Why is he stuck with this person? Why he's such a nice person? How can he be in that life that's not so nice? You know, putting them on a pedestal. On top of that, we're saying the life that they are living is beneath them, and somehow I'm beneath that life entirely. It's for them not to even include me, right? Pain, obsession, waiting, desperation, all of that's just there, not realizing none of that's your problem, none of that's your doing, none of that's anything to do with you, right? But we make everything about them, right? The identity of I'm not chosen, the identity is like, when he chooses me, he's so great and he let go of this life. When he chooses me, it brings me up, right? That's the vibration you're creating, this experience you are creating, but you're the only person that has the power to actually create that. Now, here's the turning point of your truth of being, right? You are not those emotions. You're actually not those emotions. You're not even those thoughts. You know what you feel. You're none of that. You're not even the situation, right? You are everything in eternity, and this is one very small experience compared to who you truly are, right? And that's the feeling, that feeling there, that feeling of whoa. You're simultaneously feeling relaxed and expansive at the same time. That feeling of I simply exist, and if you exist, you can feel, and you can feel anything, right? You can feel happiness, you can feel sadness, right? That is the expression of being, the ability to feel and think, right? Because you are, you can think and feel. Because you are, because I am, I can feel and I can think. Because you are, you can feel, you can think, you can experience, right? But that you are-ness, that I amness, that is not limited to what it's thinking and feeling in any specific moment for any specific scenario. You can call forth consciously what scenario you want to be thinking and feeling as. That's your state of being. right? That's who you truly are. So, where do we get stuck? Am I feeling this right? What does it mean to feel real? What does it mean if I'm chasing emotions or feeling happy? It's like I'm trying to chase the emotion of feeling joy instead of just plopping myself in my imagination as awareness where I want to be plopped and experience what I want to be experiencing. This whole I am manifesting a specific person, life is like this. I don't want it to be like this. I want it to be happy, us to be happy, and then he completes me. That kind of thing. That's not none of that's true, and none of that's true. That's the funny thing. You know that this person doesn't complete you. It feels like they complete you because you have created a version of yourself that you think that's how you get them, where you have consciously or unconsciously manifested yourself as the experience of missing a part, and they are the part that's missing. It's not true. It's just a feeling. You are whole. Part of that wholeness is the reality where you and them are together. That's what you're feeling, right? When you feel the love, you're feeling you and them together. And when you are seeing them apart from you, you are feeling the state of being where you are experiencing them not physically with you, but both of those things literally exist within you, right? So, what do you actually feel? You don't feel joy. You don't feel this emotion of love. You don't feel peace. It's just I am. That that overwhelming sense of nothingness, of literally just existing. That's I am. That's who you are. That's real. That's the realness. You don't have to chase them. You don't have to fix the story. You just go inward and you anchor yourself in this feeling that yeah, I am. I exist. And as existence, I'm experiencing. I'm experiencing what exists. All the stuff just exists, but because I exist, I can experience it. But it's one in one. It's me. I'm experiencing what I exist as, while not being that as my sole existence. That's creation, that's power, that's being, not needing. You're letting emotion rise from the state. You're not letting the emotion be the state. You're letting emotion rise from the state of just simply being. That is why Never Goddard says feeling is the secret. That's why Abraham Hicks says just feel it real. That is why whomever says, right, feeling, because we don't have another word for that other than being. Feeling is being is feeling. It's that I feel alive, but the feeling of aliveness isn't an emotion. It isn't it's a feeling of just existing. That yeah, that feeling there, right there. Right? It's kind of like heavy, just like I'm plopped here and I exist here. I'm existing, right? That feeling of just absolute stillness. Be still. That stillness is knowing you are God. Be still and know you are God, right? Now, the circumstances for this person were very all over the place, all over the globe, in fact, right? And third parties and distance and pain and suffering and wanting to not continue with life in that way that we feel sometimes, you know, and it all comes from love anyway, because there is only love. So manifesting a specific person, she asked if it is possible. Is it still possible that she mess it up? You can't mess up anything. Why? Because you don't have a past, you don't have a future, you only have here and now who you are. And even if things seem as they persist, they're not. They're just unfolding in a certain way. You don't have to judge it. You don't have to judge what you're thinking about it. They both mean nothing, right? So go within and realize. Don't even imagine anything. Just realize that stillness. Realize that stillness of just existing, right? And when you realize the stillness of just existing, know that stillness of just existing is the knowing that I exist as everything in every single state that I could possibly desire to be existing, and I am the center of all of those images, all of those states of being. But the most grounded state of being that encompasses all of those states of being before them is I am. It's that I exist. It's that I exist simultaneously in every single frame of reality that exists from right here, right now, as I sit here, still knowing I am the kingdom of God itself. And then imagine where you would like to be, knowing you are God. No limitation, no thought saying no, you need to imagine more or less or anything like that. It doesn't matter. Where do you want to be? Where do you want to be? Where do you want to experience? What do you want to experience? And experience that calling. It's calling you. All of it's calling you, but which one are you gonna answer? It's all you. It's your higher self calling you on a number of different frames, telephones, whatever you want to call it, right? Which one are you gonna answer? Answer that one. Go and be in that frame. Be that identity, right? Be that version of yourself that knows, no, this is the frame of reality that I am in. I'm relaxing on my couch in that reality with my specific person with me. This is that feeling. I simply exist here. And if I heard me and I felt it, and all the emotions are coming up because I felt it, feeling of doubt, feeling of fear, feeling of joy, feeling of love, that knowing I can only feel emotion because I felt it. I felt it real. It's real for me right now. I assume that it is real for me right now. That's who you are. That's life. That's consciously creating your desired reality. Because there's no evidence other than the fact that you felt it real. And you felt it so real, you had emotions of doubt and love and joy and whatever else coming up. That's who you are. That's consciously manifesting whatever you desire, right? Feeling it real, as in you are real. The feeling that you are feeling of existing is real, as a real identity, as a real experience, as a real consciousness, a real awareness. That feeling that you exist is the feeling of feeling it real. That feeling is the feeling of real, right? So feel that and know that it's done, because you can feel that way in any way. So I am your host Reese. Thank you for being here. Much love, much light. Thank you for the question, the email. Loved it, truly. I hope my answer really resonated with you. It was quite powerful. And much love and light. If you want to get a hold of me, email, Facebook, comment section below. Thank you for subscribing, following on TikTok as well. And I will see you all in the next one.